Hello gamers, my name is Kitty. For June, honestly, I keep getting the last week's prediction wrong. Like for June, I got like Howlett's wrong, and for May, I got the Kefka week wrong, and for Full Metal Alchemist collaboration, I got that prediction wrong too, so it seems like I have a tendency of predicting the last week of the month wrong. Rip. Oh well. I'm gonna move on to June's comments. Well, what I anticipated the most for June is actually Quick Pick Match. And guess what? After like 2 days of Quick Pick matches, I can't even play on the third day because of the height issues that happened on the opposite team, the red team. So it was such a letdown for me. But other than that, I think for June, I got maybe 70% of the game contents and activities correctly. So I'll give myself a round of applause by that. So let's move on to July's prediction. Okay, before I talk about July, let me give you guys my opinion for making this prediction video for July 2023. I find that July is one of the most difficult months that I've made so far. That is the most difficult to predict. That is because a lot of things has shifted towards the last week of the previous month. So whereas Ice Howlett was supposed to come in July, but he already came by the last week of June. So calculating what's coming up in July, other than Dialdo and Dark Golem, which is data mined in Discord already, but other than that, I do not have a single clue of what's going to happen in July, to be honest. So what I'm going to say is completely based off of my prediction, so expect me to be very, very inaccurate for predicting July 2023. So the most obvious thing that will come for July will be Dialdo and Dark Golem. Dialdo will come on the 5th of July, I think. I'm pretty sure he'll come on 5th of July. And after Dialdo, the week after Dialdo, Dark Golem will be released. So here is a question. What is going to happen on the 19th of July until, the rest of July? Because July 18, there will be a 6 hours game maintenance. So I don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. And then on 15th of July, Rundal Cup will be released. It is basically like a manual cup, so nope, not interested. And so, yeah, what is going to come on the 19th of July until the end? Well, here are my predictions. So, here is my first prediction on one of the empty weeks in July. Well, for the end of June, War Divisions already had a little FFBE 7th anniversary login bonus with Ice Howlett for some reason, which doesn't make any sense. But I think that because there is a FFBE 7th anniversary, I think War Divisions will take their idea and kind of celebrate in War Divisions too. FFBE anniversary will be celebrated in War Divisions as well. And so what I'm thinking is, since FFBE has their 7th anniversary, and that picture on the bottom right hand corner of the slide is shown 2 new units. One is this guy, I don't know who he is, and the other one looks like another version of Starlight Elena. And so since they made such a big show about it, and LA fan and all that, I think that War of the Visions will also have some kind of FFBE related celebration other than the login bonus that happened on the last week of June. So what I'm thinking here is, well, first, I think that maybe those 3 units will receive a Transcendence, and those 3 units will be Ibarra, Sylvie, and Esther. Maybe they'll get a Transcendence, or maybe a new FFBE Global First unit will be released, or maybe both. I don't know. But according to my researches, which is displayed on the left side of the slide, during 2020, Freyevia and Dwayne was released. 2021, Starlight Elena and Ibarra was released. And for 2022, Esther and Sylvie was released. So far in 2023, there were no FFBE Global First units that are limited. So far, they were released during 2023 so far. So it is entirely possible that a new FFBE Global First unit will be released sometime in July. And you might ask, well, Kitty, who do you think they're gonna be, or he or she is gonna be? Well, here we go. So first of all, I'm going to separate into 2 categories. Earth category and Ice category. Earth category because Dialdo will be released on the first week or second week of July, and he is an Earth 100 cost spear unit, but uses magic based spear units, and a tank also. And second of all, Dark Golem will be released after Dialdo. And what's special about Dark Golem's vision card is that Dark Golem's vision card is based on 2 elements, Earth and Ice. And another reason why I would put Ice as a possibility is because of Ice version's Howlett that was released on the last week of June. So I think if there is really an FFBE Global First unit that will be released, I think it will be based on Earth and Ice elements. And before I talk about those 6 elements shown, 6 units shown on the slide, I would like to have a disclaimer. I have never played FFBE before, so these units that I will be talking about are purely guessing or purely just like notes taken from research. So first, I would like to talk about the Earth side, which is on the left side of the slide. First, we have Wilk, an Axe DPS unit, and looking at his kit, seems like he will be inflicting Berserk and removing all buffs. And then our second unit is another Axe debuffing unit, well, another Earth Axe unit, but he is a debuffer instead of a DPS. And Tulian will be inflicting attack defense down, maybe Earth resistance down. And I also decided to put Earth Axe units is because Moraga has his Transcendence unlocked, and so pairing another Axe Earth unit will make it like really synergize really well. And I'll just throw a third Earth unit. Her name is Raka, like a baby version of Fina, I think, and she is a staff support unit. And looking at her kit on the FFBE unit page is similar to Time Mage kit, so I'm talking about Haste, Quicken, Comet, things like that. And on the right side of the slide are basically Ice units from FFBE. Ultimate Regina is like a cannon or maybe gun DPS unit, Well, since War Division has no cannon weapon, so I'm guessing if Regina is going to be released in War Divisions, they're probably gonna classify cannon weapon type as gun, I guess. And Regina will be a will have physical damage barrier. Maybe it also has acquired AP up techniques, and maybe we'll have re-raise. I'm not entirely sure. And the second ice unit will be Yoshikiri. He is a Ninja Blade support unit. His kit will be based off of his high spirits, and maybe he can give an ally some kind of barrier technique. And it also seems like Yoshikiri has re-raise mechanic. And then our last ice unit will be Yish. I guess that's the pronunciation of the name. Yish will be a spear debuffing unit, and their kits will be inflicting attack defense down and maybe ice resistance down, similar to Tulian, but different element and different weapon. So yeah, hopefully we'll see. I don't know what are the chances that these units will be released, but I'm just bringing out my thoughts and my opinions and maybe the possibilities that in case War Divisions did release a new FFBE Global First unit during July, I think these are my predictions. And then the second prediction of the empty weeks, I think a new summer unit will be released sometime in mid-July or mid-August, but I'm not sure. So since there are 2 empty weeks in July so far, I'm just gonna say it is possible that a new summer unit will be released during mid-July. And before talking about the new summer units, I would like to say that in case the summer units campaign or season did release during mid-July War Divisions, I also think that the 6 old summer units, namely Summer Helena, Summer Jaden, Summer Elsewell, Summer Kilfi, Summer Ketone, and Summer Lilith, I think those 6 units will get their Transcendence finally. And so for the new summer units that will be released during summer, I will split it into 2 categories. First category will either be 70 or 90 cost summer units, and the second category will be 100 cost summer unit. And for the second 70 cost summer units or 90 cost summer units, I think will be from Horn or from Leonis. And basically the summer units that will be released from Horn are Adelard or Engelbert. They're my guesses. And for Leonis, I think Sosha or Liarte will be released as summer unit this year. And as for 100 cost unit for summer, I don't think there are a lot of options left other than Sadali or Oberon. And I don't think any other 100 cost Ardra units are pickable. I think Sadali or Oberon is the most appropriate summer units in my opinion. So yeah, we'll just have to see. So for the rest of July, what kind of PvE content will I be expecting? Other than FFBE and summer unit release predictions, I also think that the Fist and Katana section of Legendary Reliquaries will be released, I think, during the last week of July. And since Raid Revival didn't happen in June, I think that it really should happen sometime in July. I'm assuming the last week as well, because Addison Ray's Behemoth raid happened in the last week of June, so I also think that Raid Revival will also happen during the last week of July. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. And maybe since Ice Howlett and Dia was released in the last week of June, I also think that the Water and Ice Selection Quest 15 will be released along with Raychess's and Rafal's Transcendence will be released in July. But I think that is pretty much all I've covered in terms of content and PvE content in World Visions. Honestly, for June's quick pick match, I'm just gonna be completely let down and say that they're just gonna suspend it and they will never fix it, or maybe they don't bother fix it. I don't know like which possibility it is, but I think they're just gonna like completely suspend it and reset our ranks. We had our compensation with 2k PvP medals and some Viz, and we will just wait until the next round of quick pick match season. I don't know when it's gonna come, maybe during fall or something. And another thing I would like to talk about during the LA fan events was that it seems that a new vision card will be released. It is basically related to Lucio and Starlight Elena, and it's said that the vision card will be released sometime in fall this year. Thanks to Hydrex for providing this information. But with that said, I think that's pretty much all I've got for July's prediction. I suspect myself getting a lot of wrong predictions because so far in 2023, July has been one of the most difficult months to predict due to the shifting from the JP schedule to the global schedule. Since a lot of July stuff has been shifted into June, I think it is particularly difficult for me to make this month's prediction. But that's all I've got for this month, and see how you think. Feel free to let me know how you feel down in the comments, and also feel free to share your opinions as well. But that's all I've got, so I will see you hopefully in August if I'm still like hopefully I'm done recovering from the quick pick match letdown. Like honestly, that was so disappointing. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.